In the heart of ancient Egypt, a land blessed with prosperity, a great darkness was about to descend. But no one could have imagined the terror that would follow. This is the story of how one man's defiance against a powerful pharaoh brought the mightiest nation to its knees. The Pharaoh of Egypt had refused to free the enslaved Israelites, and so the gods decided to intervene. The first plague struck without warning. The Nile River, Egypt's lifeblood, turned to blood. The once clear waters became a river of red. The fish died, and a stench filled the air. Chaos ensued. Despite the horror, Pharaoh's heart remained hardened. He would not relent. The second plague brought a deluge of frogs. They were everywhere, in homes, in beds, even in Pharaoh's palace. The land was overrun, and still, Pharaoh refused to listen. The third plague was even worse. Gnats swarmed over everything. They bit and stung, driving the people mad. Pharaoh's magicians tried to replicate the plagues, but they couldn't. They admitted to Pharaoh, "This is the finger of God." Yet, Pharaoh remained defiant. The fourth plague was a swarm of flies. The skies darkened as they descended upon Egypt, covering the land in a writhing mass. Pharaoh began to waver, but he still wouldn't let the Israelites go. So, the fifth plague struck, disease upon livestock. Cattle, sheep, and horses fell ill and died. The sixth plague brought painful boils upon man and beast. No one was spared from the agony of this dreadful affliction. The seventh plague was a terrifying storm of hail and fire. It shattered the land, destroying crops and livestock in its fury. The eighth plague followed, a swarm of locusts that devoured everything in their path. They left Egypt barren, with nothing green remaining. The ninth plague was utter darkness, a darkness so profound it could be felt. It lasted for 3 days, and no one could see a thing. Finally, the 10th plague, death of the firstborn. The angel of death passed through Egypt, striking down every firstborn son. The cries of grief were heard throughout the land. At last, Pharaoh's heart broke, and he relented. The Israelites were freed. The mighty Egypt had been humbled by a series of unimaginable trials. This story serves as a powerful reminder. Even the mightiest rulers cannot stand against the will of a higher power. And so, the land of Egypt would never be the same again. The gods had spoken, and their message was clear.